In this Star Wars Battlefront 2 video, we will be taking a look at the event happening right now in the game, Unlimited Power. That's right, the May 4th Star Wars Day special event is live, and I've got that and more to talk about. But before we do, make sure you do subscribe to this channel so you won't miss any future Star Wars Battlefront 2 videos. So, there are actually a lot of new players joining the Battlefront for the first time recently, despite the game not receiving any new content updates in over 4 years. Seriously, it has just passed the 4th anniversary since the Battle of Scarif update, which was the final content update for this game. Despite that though, people are still flocking to this game and loving it. Yes, of course, there isn't much competition. Galaxy of Heroes, Fortnite and the Old Republic aren't the same as Battlefront, but people still love this game. I still love this game. People have been asking me, is the Unlimited Power event going to be happening today? And based on the past, we assumed not. It's a weekend, DICE have to actually manually turn it on in the office and stuff like that, but someone at DICE has done it. Originally we thought it was automatic and it didn't work because it clashed with the other events, but a former producer on the game did explain in the past that it does actually manually have to be turned on by a developer, and as we know, the Battlefront team has been disbanded, most of them don't work at DICE anymore, and they are all in on Battlefield, but someone out there actually did do it for us today. Now, if you are newer to the game and haven't experienced this event, here is what it is. It's absolutely insane. Some people don't like it. Some of us just like it because it happens once or twice a year. Sometimes no times in the year because, like I said, it has to be turned on manually. Basically, battle point costs of, say, heroes, vehicles and such are decreased by 90%. Heroes are just 400. So heroes are mega cheap. Plus, they have increased the amount of reinforcements and heroes you can have on the map at any given time. In particular, it's insane in Galactic Assault because you have the whole roster of light side and dark side characters to use on either side. You can literally have almost half the team as heroes, and of course in the more close quarters combat situations with choke points, it can get pretty insane. It definitely changes up how some maps and mode combinations work completely. They play out very differently. On top of that, there is the fast spawn timer, which does happen every single week, but it's also added into this, and then you also get double XP on top of all of this as well. It basically combines the various events that happen each week into one, but with also the maximum of 90% reduced of battle point costs, and yeah, for one day a year, I like it. It's just a fun reason to jump in and experience some insane chaos, because you can win games, you can lose games in completely new ways, and it's also fun to see people's reactions experiencing it. I do understand why people don't like it, but for just 2 days a year, sometimes 1, sometimes 0, it's not a big deal in my opinion, and I think many other people do agree. So before DICE left the game, they said it would happen on January 1st and May 4th. As we know, it didn't always work on those days. If you have been around for a while, you will know that it did not always work. For example, it did not work on January 1st this year or last year, but someone did go in and enable it on May 4th last year, so we did have it a year ago, but then in 2022 it didn't work, 2021 it was hit and miss, things like that. Honestly, because how rare this event is, some people do come back to the game, those from the olden days, back when we were getting a lot of content, back when it had an active live service. But since then, over the past 4 years, there have been a ton of new players. Yes, there is no new content, but people are discovering this game, and in weeks like this week, on Star Wars Day, there are heavy discounts. The game is 90% off on all platforms right now. You can get the game for like £2, or the Celebration Edition for £5. It's absolutely insane. It's a great way to pick it up on PC if you missed out on the Epic Store giveaway. So if you want to get it for mods and the approaching Kyber 2, then right now is the time to do it. Just get it, even if you play on console, because Kyber 2 is just around the corner. I made a full video detailing everything Kyber 2 is going to have, so make sure you do click on the top right hand corner of the screen with that card, just to see exactly what's coming. In terms of Kyber 2, the playtest has not happened yet, unfortunately. There have been thousands of sign-ups. They're still working through the final stages of Kyber 2 to make sure it is going to be okay for a final playtest and then a release, hopefully, in the near future. So people have been wondering about player counts, and I have talked about how there are a lot of new players coming to the game and such. and the lead developer on Kyber 2 has actually shared some details. So he has actually been able to access the player count numbers for Battlefront 2 on all platforms, not just PC, but PlayStation and Xbox as well. According to BattleDash, who is the lead developer on Kyber, he said at peak times, the PC playbase, which includes the EA app, Steam, and the Epic Games Store combined, averages around 4.5 thousand players. Now on Steam right now, at the time of recording this video early in the morning, it is at around 2,000. In comparison, the Battlefront Classic Collection has less than 100, and has done for the past few days. How sad is that? BattleDash also states that the Xbox playbase is around the same as PC, whereas the PS4 is a little bit higher at around 5,800. I would have expected the PlayStation count to be much higher and the PC count to be much less. But this is good because I've never really found issues getting into games on Europe on PC at usual times of the day, you know, the afternoon and the evening. And that's great. It still shows after 4 years of no content, there is still over 10,000 people during the peak times playing this game, so matches are easier to come by. Sure, some game modes don't offer the same amount of speed, you can't find some game modes to play at all, but they're just not the popular ones. The popular ones that most people play, you're easily able to find full lobbies. I do know a lot of my audience that followed me for the mods, even though they were on console, have since switched to PC because they were able to buy a PC. PCs that run Battlefront 2 aren't that expensive anymore. You can probably get one for about £250, £300 used for something that can run this game pretty well, honestly. It's cheaper to buy a PC than buying a new console to play this game, and you get all of the mods and Kyber 2 coming soon. So yeah, I've seen a lot of people comment on my video saying, hey, I've just got a PC to check out mods, and I'm very happy I've got it on PC now. I'm moving from console to PC to experience mods, and of course Kyber 2 is going to bring a whole amount of content and features not present in the base game, which will ultimately make the game even better for years to come. If you've followed my channel for a while, you know that I have covered the Unlimited Power event when it has or hasn't happened on the January 1st or May 4th of the past few years, and I'm very, very glad, and it was such a surprise to see it actually working today. I didn't think it was because of, you know, the last few years where someone has to manually do it, and it's a weekend, but someone has actually done it for us at DICE, so I want to thank everyone involved who actually did it, because it's just a small amount of joy for this playbase that's really die-hard about this game, and we still love it. It's just something that we need to talk about, something to do. It's going to be a good day for us Star Wars fans. Got the new Tales of the Empire. We've just had the Bad Batch series finale. I've scheduled this video to go live whilst I'm in the cinemas watching The Phantom Menace for its 25th anniversary, and there is the Acolyte preview at the end, which is awesome. I know so many people will be going to see The Phantom Menace this weekend, playing a bunch of Star Wars games, and to be honest, a bunch of other Star Wars games, and even non-Star Wars games, have a bunch of Star Wars events happening over this weekend. LEGO have revealed new sets, they've got discounts, it's all happening. It's been a really good week for us Star Wars fans, honestly. I'd love to hear your thoughts on anything I've talked about in this video down in the comment section below. How are you spending your Star Wars day? Are you going to be checking out Unlimited Power? Once Kyber 2 comes out, or there's a playtest or any more details, I will make a video, so make sure you do stay subscribed for that. Drop a like to help support the channel, and if you missed any of my previous videos, click on the playlist on screen right now, and I shall see you in my next video. Goodbye.